It just came so naturally, and I don't know, when you find that in another person, in another actor, you just want to work with them over and over again, and it, on some ways, challenges you a little bit more because they draw out of you things that you didn't know were there. Hi, my name is Francine, and this is the story of how I met my fiancé, Jens.
We met on a film set in Maryland about 3 years ago, a small independent film.
I remember looking in the doorway and seeing this guy walk through the door, and he had this black tight t-shirt on, and he was just so cute.
And I looked around the room, and there's people sitting everywhere. There's one girl sitting in a corner by herself, just kind of taking it in and looking everywhere, and I thought, she looks interesting. Something different. And I was also a little intimidated by this girl in the corner because she really seemed to know what was going on.
I thought, I hope he's a good actor, because I can't go out with a guy who's a bad actor.
And then we got to the scene, and we decided in the scene, I asked her if it was okay that at the end of the scene, when they make up, that there would just be a little kiss over the table.
And we were like leaning in, and all of a sudden he just plants one on me, and he put his tongue in my mouth, which is, unless previously discussed, not okay.
When the scene was over, I looked at Francine and said, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. It was really unprofessional, and I was blushing a little bit, I think.
Secretly, I loved it, you know.
And at the end of it, I was trying not to be cheesy, and I kind of gave him my card and said, you know, when you come back to New York, I'd really like to go out for a drink with you and get to know you.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's not just me. I mean, everybody.
Since our wedding is so small, and since the guests majority of them are coming in from out of town, and we'll be in hotel rooms, we're making them, you know, goodie bags of food and whatnot for their hotel rooms.
That gives you a more natural. Last time Francine made these was a second play that we were doing together.
We were sitting in a restaurant, and we were talking about, I think, names on credit cards or something. And I was about to pay for dinner, and she said, let me see your credit card. And I said, no.
Who is this person? There's this picture. That's not your name. But you're from Denmark, and what? And he said, my real name is Jens Juul Jorgensen, and James Arden is just my stage name.
I thought I was just going to come off as such an idiot, having not told us to start with.
He thought I was going to be so angry that he had lied to me about his name, and I just said, oh, okay.
I've become a big fan of the word serendipity. With Francine, so many things have kind of been serendipitous, or just fall into place. She saw Jimmy Fallon at the bar on our first date. The theater company that we both worked with, they threw us a little engagement bash one day, and we went to a bar called The Gaff, and somebody came back from upstairs and said, I just saw Jimmy Fallon at the bar. My parents live in Italy.
And they make olive oil. And they live on the side of a mountain, and there's these terraces of olive trees. It's beautiful. And so we were going there in November of last year to help his parents with the harvest.
Next 3 days are so busy picking that I can't find a moment.
Jens ended up having to leave early because he got a part on Flight of the Conchords.
Next day I have to go back. It starts raining, and we stop picking for the day. I woke her up and said, well, let's go for a walk.
Which I always love to do. It's so beautiful. And, you know, usually when we take a walk together, you know, he holds my hand. We walk next to each other. He was like lagging behind. And
I was really trying to find the right tree to sit her down on. So I'm kind of walking around a little bit in front of her, looking back and forth.
I'm like, what are you doing? I didn't understand.
And she's like, maybe something's up, but she doesn't know what.
I think I knew what was about to happen, but I just put it right out of my head. I'm like, just enjoy the view, just enjoy the view. They have this one very old, gnarled tree, and the trunk is so bent that you can sit on it.
So she sits down on the tree, and she gets up again. I was like, no, take your time, sit down. And I think I must have said something like, you know, olive trees are kind of like people, you know, with care and nurture, they grow really strong. The first thing that came to my mind. And I kissed her, and as I kissed her, I managed just to get the ring out of my pocket. And I pulled back, and I said, and I got down on one knee, and I asked her there if she would marry me.
I don't even think I took a breath. I think I just screamed, yes.
It's just like the stuff you get in the store, only
Healthier?
a lot healthier, yeah.